Yeah, in terms of reinforcement, if we want to segue to that, since we already touched on it, we have. I mean, just to go over your major signings, you got you mentioned the Eketike that came in. You have the fullbacks, Kirkes and Frimpong that came in. You also have Mabadashvili, who you signed last year, and he came back from loan. I think for me, he's a great keeper. We saw him at the World Cup. He was he was pretty good there, and
Yeah.
yeah. So and obviously Verts, Florian Verts. So in terms of reinforcement, where do you think you are at right now? And is this enough, or well, obviously there's talks about Isak as we talked about. Is this addressing some of your weaknesses of last year?
You
And if
know,
not, what else do you need to do?
well, I do agree that it was a big it was really good that we got Van Dyke back, because I really think that if he would have left, that would have left a massive gap
Yeah.
in our defense. I mean, he's been like, no, he's been top notch for us for the
He's been the
past.
best in the world.
Right.
Just-
Yeah, exactly. So I really think I mean, in my honest opinion, I really think the defense is kind of, I mean, it's kind of built around him, honestly. He's like he's a massive presence when he's out there. I mean, he's always, directing around and things like that. And so, I think it's really good that we got him. As far as, the additions that could maybe fill in for right back, we'll see how it goes. Really, I mean, losing Trent was that was a big that was big heartbreak right there. Losing Trent. I mean, he was, he was really really solid, and I mean, he grew up there and all of that, and so I mean, losing him was just really tough.
did you think, because I've heard that a lot of Liverpool fans were very unhappy with him because they feel like there's kind of he kind of stabbed the club in the back. Was that your feeling as well when he was leaving?
For me, I mean, I kind of look at it as like, I mean, I know I know he grew up there and all that kind of thing, but I'm like, I mean, eventually, people move on and kind of thing. So I wasn't like, let's go grab our pitchforks and storm, his house or something like that. I definitely wasn't that way. It's just kind of part of the game, truthfully. Um, so,
And when a club like Real Madrid comes calling, it's kind of hard to resist.
honestly, yeah, because I mean, like we were talking about earlier, I mean, they were paying him that money, so it's
Yeah.
like, and Liverpool just wasn't going to match that. So I don't think they really. I mean, we may have gotten a little bit close or something like that, but honestly, I think Real Madrid was just going to win out because I mean they've got the money. So I mean it's going to be a new challenge for him, and I commend him on that. Um, as far as our new signings go, we'll see how they adjust to that. But I think at any rate, Van Dyke is still going to be that presence there that's like helping them out, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So,
I
so
But
you think? I was
go
just
for
gonna
it, go for it. Yeah.
so you think that the defense was the main aspect to reinforce?
um I mean, I would say probably yes. I mean, losing Trent was just a massive thing, and I mean, let's just be honest. Like, over the past, I don't know how many years, it's always been talked about as Liverpool's defense is Garbo. It's always been said that, and so I think that has always been our like thing, is like, okay, well, let's just make sure that we got the defense strong or something like that. And I mean, with
Yeah.
with Van Dyke, I mean, we have that. He's able to direct and things like that, and just that massive presence is just going to be what we need. And so I think we can. I think the guys that fill in at right back will adjust, and I think Van Dyke will help them adjust.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was gonna touch on that because obviously, I know you guys signed those two. You signed Frimpong and Kirkes that are gonna play in the fullback positions. But most of the signings are well, at least the big signings. The big signings are up top, and the keeper as well. That's gonna be backing up Allison. But the big money signings like Itike, Verts, if Isak comes, those will be up top to strengthen those forward positions. And if there was one thing I would say, like, not wasn't a weakness, but in terms of like, it was very thin in terms of the depth in the squad. I would say it was at defensive mid and at center back. I felt like last year, like thankfully it didn't happen, but if there was a big injury to one of the center backs or big injury to Gravenberch, like there was no real replacement. I mean, you had Endo, but
So you don't rate Endo now? You don't rate Endo?
yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows. I mean, I like the guy. He works hard, but I don't think he can do what Gravenberch can do. We can agree on that, I guess. But
The technical aspect.
yeah, the technical aspect. So, I mean, obviously, I mean, you guys are probably winning the transfer window, especially if you get Isak. But I'm surprised that there's not been any. At least from that I have not seen any links to like a center back, and you guys even sold Kwanzaa as well. So it's like I think Joe Gomez is probably the only like replacement center back that you guys have right now, and there's no replacement really for Gravenberch. I mean, Endo is there, but he played like 2 games last season. So he's not gonna play.
Yeah, I know. No, yeah, I agree. I think if we're gonna go with that 4-2-3-1, then I think yeah, we're probably kind of lacking there, which I don't know. I mean, maybe we go back to a 4-3-3, who knows? But I mean, I really think that Slot likes that 4-2-3-1 for like the kind of more measured approach kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, if Gravenberch is out, then I think it's going to be tough. I mean, maybe they do have to switch up the position or the like the formation. Maybe they'll have to think outside the box or something like that. But I would say that I agree on Endo. I mean, he's good, but I don't know. I mean, maybe he just needs like more playing time, or I'm not sure. I mean, because I know that other people probably get the nod over him.
Yeah.
So maybe more playing time would build his confidence a little bit. But as far as technical aspect, I would say, yeah, Gravenberch has really, he really showed it, and he really thrived in that central defensive role. Which was great to see, because I think previous seasons he didn't really shine all that much, and then they just switched up the formation, and then he was just like, oh my gosh, where has this guy been?
I mean, yeah, he saw an opportunity, because that was one of the positions that was up for grabs in that team. He was never going to be the 8, and he can't play the 10. And I think he was brought in as an 8. But since Fabinho left, you haven't had that number 6, that security in front of the defense. He saw the opportunity, and he just grabbed it by both hands, basically.
Right. Yeah, and big props to him. He's really filled that role. But like Thierry said, I mean, if he's gone, what are you gonna do? So I kind of I kind of worry about that. We'll see how they handle it. I'm not really sure what's gonna go down, because I mean, our biggest signings are really up front. They're not really that position. They're more like like striker, kind of roles, things like that. Not that central defensive, but if the central defensive is part of our game now. So I feel like you probably do need to have somebody backing that up.
Yeah.
So
Or
we'll have to see.
So Endo is not enough then.
leave Endo, man. Leave.
I mean, it's there.
Yeah, he's
He's the
okay.
backup.
I would say, yeah, I would say he's all right for like maybe like I don't know. Let's say Gravenberg ended up going out for like a month or two or something like that. I think a long absence for Gravenberg would honestly not be that great for Liverpool because Endo is good and all of that, but he really hasn't featured all that much. So he's featured for like maybe like a couple of games or like here and there or something like that. But as far as like consistent playing time, I haven't really seen it. So I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm a little skeptical.
The good thing is you guys got the money. So I guess right now you're dealing with the big signings. And I guess maybe they're gonna circle back and look at other positions because right now it definitely was the attack that was the focus so far, right? So we'll see. As you said, that's
I guess going on to that then is like, is Isak necessary in that sense? I know he wants to come, and I know he was probably one of the best players in the league last year, but it feels like a Galactico kind of move, like where it's like.
No, but it's the kind of. I feel like it's a kind of opportunity. Opportunity is that if you have that opportunity, you cannot miss because Isak is probably one of the. It's probably one of the best.
You end up leaving yourself thin at the back. Is it worth
Yeah,
it?
but they still have leeway because they still have players that they can sell. Still, Diaz is gone now. I mean, you still got players like Elliot Jones. Could go for about 20 million, 30 million to a decent team.
Wasn't Noodles gonna leave? Darwin
Exactly. You got the likes of Darwin Nunes, but I mean, if anybody wants to buy him, that's another question. But yeah, I mean, players like that. I mean, even someone like Gakpo can be sold to get some money since you got players on that side. I think what you did well is address some of the problems that you had last year in terms of midfield. Your midfield was good, but it lacked a little bit of creativity, especially when Szoboszlai wasn't there. When Szoboszlai was not there, because he kind of plays that hybrid 8-10 role in your team, but it's not like a true 10. It's more box to box, but it's a bit silky on the ball, right? Yeah. And but adding verse to that changes completely like your midfield, and that addresses more of the creativity through the middle. I mean, I know through the sides you guys have Salah and you had Diaz and and you were great, but through the middle that gives you different options through the middle, which like we don't really have right now as Arsenal. But as well, last year one of your problems was a striker. And it looks like you addressed that with Ekitike, but jury's still out with Ekitike. We don't know how he's going to react in the league. He's a pretty young player, and it's a big team, big responsibility. How is it going to be? Is it going to be Darwin, or is it going to be great? So we don't know that yet. So if you get someone like Isak, who is confirmed as a Premier League player, as a Premier League striker. That will solve that problem. Again, I'll go back to what Thierry said. Your next problem now will be, especially the defense, because the starting back four is great, but beyond that, there's a problem. Who replaces them? Who gives them? It's not only about injuries. It's about in the Carabao Cup, who gives them a break?
The number of games.
Exactly. So I know you got that young guy. What's his name? Who replaces Trent when Trent is not there.
Bradley.
Yeah, I feel like the fullback position they're good on the full. It's more like the center backs.
It's more the center backs. Yeah.
Because I mean, Bradley is a decent player. I think I don't think he's gonna be the starter, but he's a good backup for Frimpong. And
Yeah.
Robertson,
Still
I think,
Robertson.
Robertson is probably not gonna be starting anymore. I think. And
Finished.
he's a good backup for Kirkes too. So like it's so.
Yeah.
But at center back, I mean, you go from Van Dijk or Konate to Joe Gomez. That's a big jump. Like, you know,
So what do you think? What do you, Nathan? What do you think that the club needs to do next? Like in terms of, because I'm not sure how your financial state is. I'm not sure if you do get Isak, how your financial state is going to be. Are you going to be able to go again and find another center back, even if it's just a backup, or are you happy with what you have right now?
Dude, we have to be breaking some sort of financial rules, man. Like I've seen those tables or whatever, and like, dude, we are like spinning out the wazoo. I'm like, how is this possible? I don't understand. I have no idea. I mean,
you're just following the Chelsea's playbook.
Yeah. We're going with that. We're like, we'll just deal with it later. It's fine. Like whatever, But yeah, I mean, I do think we're going to have to start like looking for that since Van Dijk is like our guy like in the back. I think we're going to have to start looking for.
And there's no spring chicken anymore as well. So.
Exactly. We're going to have to start looking for the next one. If that's our secret to success, which, I mean, it really kind of has been, like, for our defense. He's so dominant back there. You've really got to start looking for that next one sort of thing, or else get some other type of game plan, But so far, I mean... So far, I haven't really seen that we've been on the lookout for another Van Dijk. I mean, maybe behind the scenes, and they're just not coming out with it, to the public. But to me, I'm like, you might want to start the search now, because I mean, I was definitely afraid that Van Dijk was not going to renew. I definitely thought about that. I was like, that crossed my mind, and I was like, if he doesn't renew, we're done.
Right.
So I think with that kind of mentality, it's like, okay, well, where's the next one? Who's the new Van Dijk?
Yeah. So as you are right now, let's say you guys get Isak, right? And that's it. That's the end of signings. Do you think you guys can go again and challenge for the title as you are?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like with our signings that we've had, I feel like we would maybe want to make a push for the Champions League.
For sure.
League title is great and all of that. I think we probably would have liked to have made it a little farther in Champions League last year, as well as going for the title.
I mean, you lost to the winner, so you can't be too down.
Yeah. But I feel like we would probably want to make it a little bit farther in that competition. But league title, I mean, it's still a good trophy to have. So I think we're still going to go for that too.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make do with the league title. Like I mean,
I know Arsenal will do with the league title. Yeah, Arsenal would love a league title.
We'll get there. Like you said, we'll get there. Don't worry about us. Liverpool episode, let's just stay there.
You always come in second though. It's it's fine. I mean, one day.
Yeah, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Yeah, I read it all, man.